Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy, here to bring you your June 2018 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and your support, feedback, and comments. You guys are brilliant. Keep them coming. Always welcome and appreciated. And a thank you to all of my clients out there, regular and new, for continuing to always keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. And as many of you know, if you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get the information and my contact details by either clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post or going to my YouTube channel's homepage and clicking on the little About button. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you and set up a personal reading with you, live or recorded, as quickly as possible. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So turnaround time is usually pretty fast. We can usually set up a reading for you within a couple weeks period of time, sometimes anywhere between a few days, upwards of a couple of weeks, depending on scheduling, but almost always within a 2-week period of time. So if you're interested, email me and we'll go from there. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact. I do love and romance readings, work, career, and finance readings, investment readings, relationship compatibility charting for all kinds of relationships, reconciliation spreads, 6 and 12-month overviews, which look at everything coming in your life for the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look, channeled messages from passed on loved ones, and also gift readings if you want to gift someone with a personal reading. So contact me if you're interested and we'll work something out. So moving right into this reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for June 2018. These are general readings, and the details and timing can vary depending on what's going on in everybody's life. General readings can be tricky that way, but the energy and advice always remains the same. If you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those videos as well for additional clarification. Okay, Scorpio, our lovely Scorpions. Let's see what June 2018 has in store for you. We begin with the Hanging Man, followed by the 5 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Ace of Wands. Ooh, lovely. We have the Knight of Cups, followed by the World. And Death or Transformation, followed by the 2 of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the 3 of Wands. What a spectacular reading, Scorpio. Very powerful as well. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. A lot of the signs for June have a fair amount of major arcana cards, so potentially a significant month of shifts and changes. I know we don't always like shifts and changes, but it's an organic time of the year, the middle of the year kind of we're approaching to kind of do that. But this is a beautiful, bright, positive reading. So your overall energy and guidance, your crowning card from the bottom of the deck representing overall focus and guidance is the 3 of Wands. Fire energy, so creating, building, manifesting energy, very action-oriented, fluid, dynamic. The 3 of Wands is about laying the groundwork, laying the foundation for a positive future, as this man has done. We're still pretty early on in the path here. We're at the 3. This is about laying the groundwork, doing the initial footwork to lay a foundation for something that you're hoping will grow and mature as time goes on. A very positive, bright future. And in the upright position, the implication is that your ships will indeed come in with whatever it is you're wanting to manifest. So keep focused on that during the month of June. It's about laying the groundwork towards that beautiful new beginning. I think for a lot of you, it has to do with a significant soulmate relationship, because you do have the soulmate card here as well. A soulmate, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic soulmate, although it can be. It could be best friends, a very significant karmically connected relationship. It looks like at the end of May, beginning of June, though I feel like for a lot of you, it's, you know, you've gone through in a relationship, a significant relationship, romantic or friendship or otherwise, a lot of turbulence and maybe some conflict. And now you're in this kind of gestative waiting period to see how things are going to play out, because that's also what your overall energy, the 3 of Wands, represents. It's more of a waiting, patient, gestative card. You've laid the groundwork. You're putting in the laying in the foundation steps. towards a positive future. The Hanging Man and the Five of Wands is what we open with. The Hanging Man is a more patient gestative card as well. It can represent feeling like you're in stasis and limbo, or things seeming like they're in stasis and limbo. But I never really believe that things always completely are. Even if you're waiting for an outcome and nothing has shown yet, or you're waiting to see how something's playing out, it feels like there's no movement. There always is. It's kind of like when you plant seeds towards a positive new beginning. You know, we put seeds in the ground and we cover them up, and we wait impatiently for that first bit of green to poke its head above the ground. It takes a while, and in between the time that we lay that groundwork, we plant those seeds, it looks like nothing's happening on the surface because we don't see any results right away, which can be the feeling that the Hanging Man represents. But underneath the surface, there's all kinds of things going on. The Hanging Man is often portrayed as hanging upside down in a seemingly uncomfortable, awkward position, but he's often portrayed as not fighting or struggling against it because he's trusting in divine timing and orchestration. He's stepping back from a situation or a conflict or a difficulty, a challenge, even though you may be tempted, Scorpio, to kind of maneuver things and do more things and force an outcome or make things happen quicker. But the Hanging Man is about taking a step back, realizing that energies are always in play. Divine timing and orchestration is always at play. Things are moving and working, and more will be revealed even if you can't see it right now, and being patient. The Hanging Man understands that this is temporary, it's transitional, and he's allowing things to unfold as they're meant to unfold. And what clarifies or accompanies it is the Five of Wands, which is a card that speaks of conflict. It usually represents petty conflict, so not like Tower card energy conflict, but you know, it can still be very challenging and difficult, internal and external conflict. You can see that these men are in a circle, they're sparring. They're not using real weapons, they're using practice weapons. So the conflict can you know, that can represent a more petty conflict, circular arguments, fighting over the same thing, nobody willing to give an inch. So there's no give, there's no take, nobody's out for blood, but there's no real resolution either because things just keep going around in a circle. Circular argument and internal and external conflict too. And I feel like it's connected with significant relationship. It could involve another person, not necessarily mean like a love triangle sort of thing, although for some of you it might. But I feel like there's been some conflict and you're being asked to just, it can be very difficult to kind of sit and wait for an outcome when you're wanting things to move along quicker, but that's what you're being asked to do, and you're being asked to trust in divine timing and orchestration. Remember, we're waiting for this positive outcome for these ships that come in, and if you have the patience to do that, I believe that's what's going to happen. Now, around the second week or the middle or so of June, time being fluid, we have a beautiful combination of cards, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune is more divine timing and orchestration, energies of God, Spirit, your angels, and guides. In the upright position, it implies a stroke of good luck, of good fortune, of things working in your favor, of divine timing and orchestration, kind of making things flow and fit together what you need at the time you need in the manner that you need in your favor. And what clarifies it and accompanies it is the Ace of Wands, which is exciting new beginnings. I mean, you have endings, new beginnings. You have transformation here, basically. I feel like the endings, or whatever the source of this conflict was in the recent past or very recent past, and some of it may still be lingering because it feels like you're waiting for something. Wait patiently because things are in motion. God, Spirit, your angels, and guides are doing what they need to do, and you need to allow it to unfold because that's what's bringing this seemingly unexpected stroke of good luck, of good fortune that enables this powerful, exciting new beginning. Aces represent the number one, so they represent the start of something new, the beginning of a new path, a seed which holds a lot of potential, action-oriented, fluid, new potentials. I'm getting, as I have for several of the signs so far, moving, relocating, traveling. I feel like this transition you're making from the old into the new is not just in belief systems, mindset, and behavior patterns, but it could, for some of you, also be a physical move and relocation as well, and traveling. It's an exciting new beginning, and things are working in your favor towards setting you off on that new path. Next, we have the Knight of Cups with the World. Knights usually represent offers or opportunities being brought to you because knights are the deliverers of the tarot. They're sent out on missions and quests to achieve the results complete their goal, their mission, their quest, and bring back those results. So they often represent offers and opportunities coming in for you, and also the speed at which a situation moves, because Knights are known for being fairly fast moving. So this is the Knight of Cups. What offer or opportunities is he bringing? This is Cups is water energy, and in the tarot this is the energy of the heart, emotions, feelings, and relationships. This could be somebody declaring their love for you, somebody making an offer of love, of emotional support and encouragement, the opportunity to do that coming in, beautiful loving support, very idealistic and romantic as well, if this is in regards to a romantic situation. Otherwise it's messages of love and support and encouragement. And it may come in very unexpectedly around the middle or the third week of the month. And what clarifies it is the World. The World is a card of completion. Pretty major completion, because it's the last major arcana card in the deck. The first major arcana card is the Fool in the tarot, and he has the 0 at the top of his card, and all of the cards after that represents the Fool's journey through life, which is our journey through life, and how we grow and mature and evolve, the trials we face and what we learn until we get to the end. At the World, being on top of the world, it's a card of major completion, of success, being at the top, realizing what you've accomplished and what you may yet accomplish in this life. So there's definitely a lot of support and encouragement over finishing this chapter of your life and laying some things to rest and moving forward. There's a lot of emotional support and encouragement and love for you there, particularly within this relationship. I feel like there's been a lot of turbulence and chaos and maybe even pain in a significant relationship. Again, romantic or otherwise, but very connected karmic relationship. And I feel like it was time for, and it's time for this relationship to evolve into something else, to change. And, you know, growing pains precede change. What usually precedes change is a shift, something happening. And it's often like unexpected. Maybe we don't want it, you know, or we're not expecting it. Change is always preceded by something, you know, changing, and so it causes this new beginning, and in order for a new beginning to happen, there has to be endings and transitions, and so it looks like that's what you're going through very powerfully. But there is loads of support both around you and in the subtle realms as well. At or towards the end of the month, we have death, or transformation as I like to call it, along with the Two of Cups. Here's that kinetic soulmate relationship. It is definitely going through a major transition, a major change, a rebirth, a transformation. Sometimes this combination could represent the end of that soulmate relationship, but the thing is there's never really an end when it's a soulmate relationship. That connection remains, whether it's on again or off again. But I really feel like for a lot of you, this soulmate relationship that you have is not ending, although there may have been some separation in this time period. If there is, I feel like there's a coming together at the end and a chance for this relationship to transform into something else, like a caterpillar into a butterfly kind of energy. And all of the chaos and change and pain has been these growing pains, this transition. Both of you had things that you needed to learn in order to move forward and in order for the relationship to move forward, and it looks like it is. Remember, when you feel impatient about when these changes are going to happen or wanting to charge forward, particularly in the first part of the month, remember that this month is going to be about laying the groundwork and trusting in divine timing and orchestration, because it is there and it is working in your favor, and the time is transitioning on, and it looks like at the end of the month you'll see more evidence of this transformation and this coming back together and this rebirth occurring, particularly within this significant relationship. A beautiful, beautiful, powerful reading, Scorpio. So Scorpio, that pretty much wraps up your June 2018 general readings. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you found it helpful. Perhaps it already validated some of what you were already thinking and feeling. I feel for a lot of you it does. Be patient, trust. It's going to be okay. Learn the lessons you need and move forward. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal, tailored just for you one-on-one reading, you can get my contact information from my YouTube channel's homepage, clicking on that little About button or clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post. Please feel free to contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and set up a personal reading, live or recorded, as quickly as we can. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the June 2018 mid-month readings. And until then, Scorpio, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.